December 24th, and we're going to open the last door on the Advent calendar from Crafter's Companion. Can you believe it? It is here already, and I just have still so much to do. I don't know how you guys are doing, but I hope that you enjoy whenever you're able to watch this video and see what the last day was. I will go through everything that that I got in the Advent calendar, but I may do that in a separate video. So let's dig in and see what is under door 24. So door 24 is a really large door, and just to make sure I don't miss anything, I will be looking under all the doors to make sure that I didn't lose anything, because some people have. So door 24 is right here. It's really large. Maybe you already know what it is, but look at that. Oh my gosh, look. It is a full 6x6 paper pad. And of course, it has nothing to do with Christmas at all, but it's beautiful. And I'm trying to think of what can I do to make it Christmassy. I'm going to have to use some of this paper, you know. All right, give me a moment to think about it. All right, so I have two different wood ornaments from the Dollar Tree in the Crafter Square section. I have the Mary. It's this little wood. It's very cute. And with the deer, and then the ornament. And so I think what I'm going to do is take some of this paper. This is one of the pieces in here is really vintage looking. So I want to use that. All right, for sake of time and speed, I've cut out one piece from this vintage looking paper to go over the wooden ornament. I'm not going to worry about the inserts right now. I probably will cover the back, but just for today's video, I'm going to go ahead and use some Mod Podge. This is from the Dollar Tree. I'm going to put a little on this plate back here and brush it on to the ornament itself, just like this. If you've not used Mod Podge, you put it on the piece that you want to glue to, and then you put it also on top of the piece you're putting down. Make sure that's on there. Okay. Then I'm going to make sure you have it where you want it. Make sure it's all on there. Okay. Now I do want that hole. So let me get my pokey tool so I know where that hole is going to be. Right here. For my little hanger. Okay, so I'm going to get some more of the Mod Podge. I didn't put very much, so I just wanted to do that. All right, then I put it on top. And then you can decorate however you want to. For this one, I'm probably just going to use some real cute Christmassy accents. And if you find that, you know, you didn't put enough underneath, you can just go back over it. Just make sure. Okay, folks, we're all dry now on the ornament. I did add a little green on the back just to give it a little shade of color. Now, to decorate the ornament, this paper is really nice and vintage. I'm going to use some vintage lace looking. This is from the Dollar Tree. And I'm going to go around the edges and kind of ruffle it around the edge. And then I'm going to use a poinsettia in the center. I'm going to use some leaves. I'm going to cut this apart and use that. I'm going to take the silver on here to add right here where the ornament hanger is, and then we'll add the hanger to it. So really fun, and just going to work on this and finish it up. Okay, so I did trim a little here because I want to be able to put my holly leaves and go ahead and use my silver metallic paint pen. So I'm going to go ahead and do that, and then just basically I'm just going to paint it on with the pen. Now you could use paint if you want to, and I think I'm going to carry it on up where the whole thing would go. So I'm just going to give that little paint over, and I'm only going to do the front. You could do the whole thing if you wanted to, you know, the front and the back. And that gives it that silver look. So I'm going to do that, let that kind of dry. While that's drying, I'm going to take my poinsettia, then put that in the center. And you could definitely put initials. You could put Merry Christmas. You could put buttons, whatever you want. I was thinking about putting a button over here, but I may just put some of these leaves. So I'm actually going to cut this apart, and because I want to use some of the leaves. So I'm going to cut this apart, and I'm going to keep one bit with the berries. Okay, so I'm going to put the berries here at the top like this. So I'm going to actually glue that on. I'm just going to put that glue right on there, and then put it right here. And hold that a second. Then I think I'm going to use some of these under here just to give some greenery to the poinsettia, or poinsettia, something like that. So I'm going to glue those on. All right, here we go. Little old vintage looking. I didn't even vintagize, as I call it, my paper, because it just already gives that look of vintage with what I use to decorate with, especially this lace. And I just put jute string as the hanger. And that's what I did to make this paper pad from day 24. All these papers, I picked one, look Christmassy, even though they're not really. So this is what I did. I'd love to see if you do the same thing with yours. If you have one, this is a really fun one. And we'll go back through in another video of all the different things that we got in the Crafter's Companion Advent Calendar, not in this video. And then I'll show you my projects. So anyway, thanks so much for watching and joining me. This has been the most fun Advent calendar opening, especially creating projects, the challenge. And I think this is just going to be year after year. So anyway, thanks so much for watching. Merry Christmas, happy holidays, happy New Year. Of course, we'll be getting back together, and I am going to be doing Christmas all year crafts, just because there's just no way to get them all done. And some of you are interested in that anyway. So we'll just have a variety of different options this whole year long. We'll do Christmas, we'll do junk journals, we'll do our hauls, we'll do card making. You just name it. We're probably going to give it a try. Well, probably not too much knitting or crocheting. I'm just not into that one, just because I like crafts that are kind of quicker. But anyway, thanks so much for watching, and appreciate you all. Bye-bye.